You're exhausted in a way that sleep doesn't fix, and you're foggy in a way that coffee doesn't even fucking touch. And you sit down to do something, anything, and you just can't. From the outside, you appear to be functioning, but on the inside, you feel like you are barely here. There's a name for this, and it is not laziness. It's actually called functional freeze. And your nervous system put you there on purpose. But before we get into what functional freeze is, a quick reminder of what your body's always trying to do. So, your body has one job: to keep you alive and functioning. I guess that's technically two things, but that's it. Everything your nervous system does, every thought, every feeling, every behavior, every stress response is in service of that one job. And it does it through a process called homeostasis. Homeostasis is a constant, quiet, automatic regulation. Your temperature, heart rate, hormone levels, nervous system activation, all of it. And all of this is being managed in the background on your behalf right now, forever and always, until the end of your days. So your body's not actually your enemy, it's your ally. And it's the most ancient, intelligent survival system on the planet. And everything it does makes sense, even when it doesn't feel that way, especially when it doesn't feel that way. All right, so functional freeze. Here's what's actually happening. So, when your nervous system has been managing trauma or chronic stress for long enough, when the threat signals have been coming in faster than your nervous system can process them, something shifts. Your nervous system makes a decision below the level of conscious thought. This is too much. We're going into conservation mode now. This is a freeze response, not the dramatic deer in headlights kind, but the more subtle functional kind. The kind that lets you keep going through the motions of your life while shutting down everything else that strictly is not necessary for your survival. So, emotion, offline. Creativity, offline. Joy, offline. Deep connection, offline. The ability to start the laundry even though you've been staring at it for 3 fucking days, offline. You're still technically functioning. You're just running on autopilot. And autopilot doesn't feel much like you're living. It feels more like you're just watching your life pass by. Physically, it shows up as chronic exhaustion despite resting. It's muscle tension, shallow breathing, heavy limbs, maybe cold hands and feet. Cognitively and emotionally, it shows up as mental fog, feeling stuck, emotional numbness, difficulty making even simple decisions. Behaviorally, it shows up as social withdrawal, canceling plans, avoiding calls, doom scrolling for hours, or staring at screens because your brain literally cannot do anything that requires more activation than being entertained. And the worst part is that it can look like laziness from the outside. It can feel like laziness from the inside, but it's not. It's your nervous system doing exactly what it learned to do to keep you safe. Your freeze response didn't come from nowhere. It's possible that it came from a lot of different places, but what's not helpful is that we are living in systems designed to keep you compliant and exhausted. Capitalism demands constant productivity and keeps you in loops of perfectionism. We live in a culture that punishes rest. We live in a world that profits from your disconnection. Your nervous system is not broken. It is responding exactly as it should to conditions that were never sustainable and supportive in the first place. So here's a little myth buster. You just need more rest. So this one breaks my heart because it's what so many of us are trying to do. We rest, we sleep, we take the weekend off, we do the things we are supposed to do to recover, and we wake up just as depleted as before. Here's why. Functional freeze isn't a rest deficit. It's a nervous system state. And you can't rest your way out of a nervous system state any more than you can sleep your way out of a fever. Though it is good to get rest when you have a fever. Anyway, rest is important. Yes, rest is necessary. Abso-fucking-lutely. But when your nervous system is in freeze, rest alone does not touch it. What you need isn't more rest. It's regulation. Gentle, intentional signals to your nervous system that it's safe to come back online. That's a very different thing. And once you understand the difference, you stop blaming yourself for not recovering and start giving your nervous system what it actually needs. So here's what I want you to take from this week. If any of this sounds familiar, the exhaustion, the fog, the autopilot, you are not lazy. You are frozen. And your nervous system got here because our culture is designed to keep you that way. Naming this changes everything because you can't work with something you can't identify. All right, so the Uprising at Patreon has a Thaw the Freeze cheat sheet waiting for you this week. It's a few pages of body-based tools to help you come back online. Nothing overwhelming, just simple little shifts so you can start coming back to yourself. And I'd like to take a moment to mention that memberships at Patreon support this work, but more importantly, it supports your healing and collective care. 10% of all of the funds that I get through Patreon go to supporting organizations that are supporting communities most impacted by the systems that got us here in the first place. The ones designed to keep marginalized people exhausted, compliant, and cut off from their own power. And memberships at Patreon are on a sliding scale of $3 to $20 a month. Full access for everyone. And free options are available if $3 is a stretch for you, because I believe this work is really important. Your self-care is resistance. Your regulation is revolution. You are not lazy. You're frozen. And that is something you can actually work with. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'm so glad that you showed up here today. I hope to see you soon.